The agents that I've spoken to. All right, here's the deal. It's for a barrel of oil, $77. For a barrel of body parts and what's going to be adrenochrome, all the plumes that are in the woman's mother's wombs, that goes in a plastic barrel. That's $77,000. Now that gets sent into these biolabs.
Barrel oil,
$77. $77,000 for a barrel of body parts of children, blood, all of that goes to these biolabs. And then now go to Victoria Nuland's testimony.
The biolabs, you're talking about the biolabs in Ukraine.
Correct.
What? How can
and wherever else those places are. So yes.
Walk through the supply chain of the supply into the biolabs. What do they take?
As far as I can't give you the molecular structure. I can give you
what's the input of the body parts?
Everything, all the waste, all the body waste, all of that. That's what they told me.
Which has the stimulant in it.
Yes, that's one way of getting it. It's probably not the ultimate way, but it's probably a Diet Coke.
Who's organizing that?
I would have to say definitely that has to be in the three-letter agencies.
So your contention and what you want, you're in.
I'm saying this. You say there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, so if I say to a media person, 2 + what = 5, and I say 3, and the media will immediately say, how do you know? Did you see a 3? That's what it's like. If you go to Vegas and you win 1,000 hands in a row in blackjack, do you think there's cheating going on?
At the level of $152 billion a year.
Yes.
Right? This has to be making money for a lot of people, and that cash has to be flowing through. Your contention is it is impossible to have demand at that side and have supply.
That's correct.
And not have some sort of organization.
Yes.
This can't be a random.
No.
But gangs in Mexico.
But the whole thing, just the thing with Miss Rodas, she comes out and makes this testimony, this claim.
Just get our audience up to speed, though.
Well, she said that 85,000 children have disappeared. And she's a whistleblower.
85,000 of the kids who are coming across.
That's correct. This last year.
And you would think that they would be pretty good.
The next day,
they can track anybody anywhere. Right?
Steve, the next day, the media didn't even pick it up. It's not even worthless. It's worthless to them. That's worthless information. And there's no, hey, my bad, Hunter Biden laptop. Oh, and by the way, there was a lot of suggestions that there was probably something more on that laptop than we want to go into. I mean, when you say laptop from hell,
on the perversion.
Well, I got it from the best of the best, and they said there'll be adrenochrome there. Oh, by the way, on the street for all of those of you that don't know this, but it's called ambrosia.
Ambrosia is a street term.
That's a street term, yeah. Well, the elite term.
And your belief is in the hard drive from hell. When you get to the bottom of that, you'll also find when you see all the perversion and degradation of Hunter Biden with these women, that you'll also find that. I would have to try and get you as much trouble as possible.
No,
if the three-letter agencies are going to come after you, we're going to make it worth their while, right?
Well, I think that they know that. I think they know why those laptops disappeared in the cross testimony. Was it Crowley that did that testimony? When was it? Chris? Was it with Christopher?
Christopher Wray?
Was he the one that was being cross-examined? And they asked him maybe it wasn't him, but it was someone high up in the FBI, and they said, "Where are the laptops?" Oh, they've disappeared. I'd like to look at those laptops. I think you got to start looking at them.
Well, we can certainly get your hard drive.
Yeah.
Let's go back on the three-letter agencies.
Yeah.
Your contention is that they must know that these government agencies or other operators in these other governments are doing on the supply side of getting the kids in here.
You have to understand. Yeah.
Also, hang on. Your also contention is that it is impossible. Rojas tells you 85,000 children are missing under our disappeared.
Yeah.
That we can't find. And since the government's
media
so good about giving the EBIT cards and the phones and tracking everybody else, how could they possibly lose 85,000 children?
Yeah.
Your other contention is that the organization of this, both in the organ harvesting and in just the use of these children for sex objects, is so big that it has to have some sort of organized effort.
That's correct.
And that effort, I take it in your belief, is more than organized crime, or more than the people that are monetizing this. It has to have some element of the government. Is that your contention?
Yes, it's my contention. But my biggest thing here is why they were so against this film coming out. And when I saw this in front of the audience and they're not stupid. I mean, a lot of the public, they're very smart and they're very, and they understand more than me in a lot of ways. They connected the dot very quick. But when you sit down in the room and you actually go through this footage that I have absolutely seen with my own eyes, and I couldn't sleep for 2 years.
What footage was this?
It's pretty bad stuff. Just
How-
regular.
But what, it was given to
No, I don't want. It's bad stuff. It's stuff that goes into and all of the trafficking and all of the stuff. Then I remember at one point he looked up to me and he said, "Are you sure you want to go any further?" And I said, "I didn't know." And I said, "Yeah." And I couldn't believe what I went into. And then so then I went and met at some point with Tim Ballard, and he started telling me about organ harvesting, and I just said, we got to do something. So in the film, the immediate first thing I did was there's a scene in there between me and the pedophile Ernst Lipachinski, and what happens is that in the scene, this actual line is not in the film, but Alejandro Monteverdi said, you were talking about that line earlier. I said, yeah, go ahead and use it. So I go in, I tell the actor, I said, we're shooting French overs, so we're shooting simultaneously, so you get his reaction. And I said, look, we got the scene, it's amazing, just play along with me on this. Hang on 1 second. So I said, we get to the end of the scene. I said, better a millstone be hung around your neck that you be cast into the sea, that you should ever hurt one of these little ones. And his immediate reaction was, I don't know what you're talking about. And I laughed so hard. But anyway, the reaction from the audience, in this audience it was about 60%. 60% of the audience in this place, not on the adrenochrome, but this one exploded. And the